I really, really want to see him
supposed to be
back
an
in the ring with a
exhibition,
sanctioned fight, a real fight. That's what I want to see Mayweather.
Whoa, whoa, ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, whoa, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Tell me what you really, really want, baby. Let it be.
Welcome to another episode of Drew and Pris Uncensored.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Hi.
excited.
Yeah, really excited. There was a lot of boxing going on this past week.
There was.
Let's start off with my girl Fundora.
Yes.
That was epic. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. There was no question about it. We knew it was going to happen. I did not think the other girl was going to be able to make it to the seventh round.
Yeah.
Kubiki, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, I saw some of the highlights. That was great. I haven't seen the full fight yet, unfortunately.
She was a last-minute replacement, too. So that was pretty badass of her to go against her with such short notice. But yeah, that was pretty epic. I mean, the girl was not bobbing her head at all. Her head was straight. She was getting beat real bad. It was a knockout, 7th round.
Wow, it's great.
So now that makes her 17-0, I believe.
Yeah, 17-0. I was reading in Ring. She's number, I think she's 6th right now in Ring magazine.
Something like that, yeah.
Best pound for pound, in the world.
No doubt about it. At her young age, too.
They're saying that's going to bump her up maybe, in the 2nd or 3rd position. Right under Clarissa Shields.
Woo.
And Serrano. So that's great. Good for her.
Well, my question now is how do we even find opponents for her?
There's opponents. They're out there.
Have you seen her? She's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah, no, there's opponents. There's a lot of talent out there, and it's in the women's division, they're just out there. You just don't know it.
I say she fights her brother next.
Closest in size. How tall is she? She's like 5. She's tall.
Oh, I think she's over 6 feet.
Is she? Wow.
I don't know. I think she's definitely over 6 feet, though.
She was doing an event here at the Pound for Pound gym, and I got to hang out with her for a few minutes and meet her. She was taller than me, so she must be over 6 feet or 6 feet.
Taller than you. Okay.
I'm like 6'7", 5'9", 5'8". She was taller than me.
The camera adds 10 pounds, not 10 inches, Andrew.
Oh, I have a couple cameras on me right now, it feels like.
All right, let's talk about Mayweather. There's a lot of going on in the news regarding him, but specifically this Mayweather, allegedly Mayweather-Tyson fight coming on next year, allegedly in the spring of 2026. I don't know how I feel about that.
You know what? That's still questionable. He says there's still negotiations. I was reading, early on a few weeks back that the deal was done. They're going forward. Then he did an interview on TMZ that says they still have a lot they're trying to work out. So I don't know. Is it a done deal? Is it not a done deal?
I don't think it's a done deal. I think I read today that he just agreed to do it. I don't think it's a done deal. There's a lot that has to take into consideration. I just find it funny that we were talking about that jokingly a few weeks ago in one of our shows. We said it's going to be 2 grandpas in the ring.
2 grandpas in the ring.
And it's happening possibly. I think it'll sell. It'll still sell. I have no prediction.
Floyd Mayweather is on the top of my list. Right?
Yeah.
My top
Yeah.
2 favorite fighters of all time, actually.
Who's your
him and
first?
Andre Ward.
Oh, you have said that before. Yeah.
Andre Ward.
Yeah.
So I think he has the ability to come back and, for real, not on these, these exhibition fights, but to really get back in the ring. He was asked on the TMZ interview if that's something that he would consider, and he said absolutely. He says, I'm totally open to it.
To come back in the ring?
Oh, back
like
in the ring.
Like an actual fight, not an exhibition?
Him and Pacquiao, maybe. I mean, he didn't mention that, but imagine if he was really, really back in the ring.
Oh, that's 3 grandpas now. Yeah, you're right.
You know what? I'd love to see him back in the ring. I would. It's a little different for me. I love Floyd Mayweather. I think he's an exciting fighter.
What's the point, though? What would be the point for an exhibition? More money, I guess? Like running low on money?
Yeah, no, on the exhibition.
But
But to me, it's just, it's a gimmick. All those are gimmicks. But to really see him back in the ring, the fact that he mentioned he wouldn't, take that off the table, and it's something that he would consider. I mean, he wouldn't have just went out there and said that unless it was something that, he would really consider.
It's actually being worked on.
Yeah, and now that Pacquiao's back, and he's active, is this going to, go that direction? We joked about it, 2 grandpas in the ring.
Yeah, no, but
right?
it might happen.
But that could happen. And you know what? I would totally be excited about that.
I don't see who
fight.
else, right, who would be an appropriate match for that.
I think anybody. If Floyd Mayweather was back in the ring and he was really back in the game, I don't think it mattered who he'd fight. I think it'd be exciting. He's an exciting fighter, and we joke about him all the time. We joke about his age, but, and we talked about it at the last show. I think he would beat Crawford. I think he would do well against Crawford today. You know, well, Crawford's what, 37, 38. You know, Floyd's like, it's only like an 8-9 year difference.
That's 9 years is like 40 in boxing.
Yeah, no, but I think it would be a great fight to watch.
Who would you get? Who would you have on that fight? Tyson, Mayweather.
Oh, you mean Tyson Mayweather
Yeah.
or Crawford? Tyson Mayweather?
No, because that's what they're talking about. It's Mayweather versus Tyson. So who would you have? I would say Mayweather probably. Yeah.
It's just a gimmick. I mean, I don't know. There's probably all kinds of stuff they're putting
That
into
would
the
be
contract.
a big weight difference too. I
Yeah,
think.
huge weight difference. Again, it's just I don't really see it as a real fight. I really, really want to see him
supposed to be
back
an
in the ring with a
exhibition,
sanctioned fight, a real fight. That's what I want to see Mayweather, doing.
Like
So-
I said, we would need adult protective services on site.
Not if he's fighting Pacquiao. You know what? I don't know. I'm just excited the fact that he even mentioned it, right? I mean, he was literally looking in the camera saying, "Hey, it's something I definitely would be open to."
So
That's
it sounds
huge.
like
That's great.
It definitely looks like there's a lot more exhibition fights going on. I don't know about you, but it seems like it's getting really big. These exhibition fights are getting really big. For those who are not really into boxing, this is entertainment. This is just pure fun and comical. But for those that are into boxing, like myself, I don't know how I feel about these exhibition
As long
fights.
as there's good undercards, good co-main events, then you know it just adds to it.
Right.
You know.
And I think it's probably going to be on Netflix again.
Yeah.
Which reminds me of Tank Jake Paul.
Yes.
The face-off just
Yeah, I saw that.
happened. That was embarrassing. I had
Tank
secondhand embarrassment.
Tank didn't even look like he wanted to be there. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, would you want to be there once you see your opponent and he weighs 200 pounds more than you?
No,
and
I know that, but
3 feet taller than you?
yeah, I know that, but it wasn't like just in spirit. Like, he's like, God, do I really want to be here? I mean, I should really be in fighting a real fight, a sanctioned fight, and this is being treated like a gimmick fight. It's, I feel like I'm in WWE. I mean, like, what's going through his mind? Because
That he has to pay off those lawyers. That's what's going through his mind. He's there for the money, Andrew. Clearly.
Yeah, it just didn't seem like he wanted to be there. But it was kind of strange. I was looking at it and I was just like, wow. It's just, you would think that there'd be some excitement.
Well, there was a lot of changes I heard too, that it just got pushed to Miami instead of Atlanta.
Yes, Miami, and that sucks for the city of Atlanta. I heard something about the commission. I can't remember. It was something, but it sucks that for the city. I mean, imagine the revenue.
They didn't
want to
do it. They didn't feel comfortable with them being the size difference,
Okay.
the weight difference.
But it was an exhibition fight. Come on. Wow.
Maybe they think that people do get injured.
There
in
was some
those. I don't
backlash.
know.
There was some backlash. I saw that. I read that. But yeah, that sucks for the city. I mean, when's the last time you really been at see? I mean, how often do you see big fights going on in Atlanta?
In Atlanta, I can't remember the
so
last
it's
one
about-
besides the ones that actually happen in the street.
Yeah. In Atlanta.
But did you see that Jake Paul posted a video on his social media, on his most valuable promotion social media, of him going to like an elementary school and meeting a bunch of kids?
No, I didn't see that.
He walked in there. He did, this give back event and was doing really great things for the kids or whatnot. And then he's like, oh my gosh, he's taller than Gervonta.
What?
A little kid that's like 3 feet tall. And he's good at promoting, man. He's good at marketing. He's good at promoting. He has personality, so
on
I'll
their
give him that
face
much.
off, on the face off, like he wanted to be there. He was excited. He was trying to get the crowd going.
He's getting big money for this.
Yeah.
On double end, he's a fighter, and he's the one putting it on. Double money for him, absolutely.
Yeah, but Gervonta just didn't seem like he wanted to be there. And you would think that there'd be somewhere in his contract that he needs to be enthusiastic about this whole thing, right? And be excited. Right, I mean these are big money fights. They have to be at mandatory
It's
meetings. They have to be at
November?
mandatory. What's that?
November, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's still so far out.
Yeah.
So,
no, what
so,
are you
so
talking about?
far
It's
out.
around the corner. 9 weeks, 10 weeks.
That's far out.
Yeah.
You give him some time to get serious. Give him some time to beat all these allegations and pay off his lawyers. And you give him some time. He'll get in the game. I actually like Tank. I really do like Tank as a fighter. I really do appreciate
Best footwork
Tank.
in the game.
And I've heard from a lot of other boxers that like his punches are actually
Yes.
like his name is Tank for a reason, right? Like his punches hit hard.
Yes. So he held, who was it? Frank Martin. He held camp here. He held camp here at the Pound for Pound. So he was here for, I can't remember, 6 or 8 weeks. So I got to spend a lot of time
love
behind closed
Martin.
doors. Yeah. Yeah.
I love Martin.
Got to spend some time behind closed doors just watching, him spar. And to see him in action, I just couldn't get my eyes off his feet. Like the footwork is just amazing. It's just
really great footwork. I mean, he's a great fighter, really, really great fighter, which sucks everything that's happening in his personal life that's gotten in the way of this sport and of his craft, of his art, really.
Yeah. Tank Davis.
I know a good therapist, Tank.
Well, I can't wait till he's really back in the ring.
Yeah.
You know, in a real sanctioned fight. I'm really, really excited. You know, and yes, you know, this Jake Paul thing, I get it. I was bummed. I was really bummed when I heard that. I was like, no, I want to see him back in the ring. Like, you know, I want to see him with Roach, like we talked about on prior shows.
I still think that's going to happen. It has to happen. I know Roach is impatiently waiting for that to happen. But
Roach is going to get his ass kicked, is what I think. I mean, Tank has to be pissed.
For what?
You know, well, I mean, just the media, everything everyone's saying after that fight. You know, like I mentioned before, that just wasn't Tank.
Well,
you know,
he is
it really
pissed.
wasn't.
I mean, look what happened. I'm done talking about what happened. Let's move on. Let's talk about Crawford vacating his belt.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
So for those of you who don't understand, I saw a lot of comments that were like, what does that mean? Can someone please explain what that means? He's not vacating the belt that he just got with Canelo. A lot of people are like, what's the point? Why did he do all that just to give it up? That's not the belt he's vacating at all. He's vacating his 154 belt, 154 pound belt, which means, in my eyes, that means he's just prepping and focusing real hard on maintaining his 168 belt and focusing really big on who his next opponent will be.
Yeah, at that weight. He would have to make some really big changes to go back down to 154.
Oh, you can't.
Right?
You can't.
Go back down to 154 to maintain those belts. And it's just, so if anything, like, it's a good thing. He's doing a good thing for the sport.
Sure. It makes more room for other people,
for other fighters
who want
to
that
go
belt.
in there. Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the right thing to do. I mean,
Yeah.
he could have held on to them for another 5-6 months. I mean, however long, you know, and yeah, that's the right thing to do. So
He
it's
looked
good that he did it.
amazing, very healthy at 168. I thought that was going to slow him down. Sounded like it was time for him to move up in weight. I don't know how he did it. Very curious how he gained that much weight so fast and still maintained speed. But I'm very excited for who his next opponent's going to be. You mentioned, I think you mentioned Benavidez.
That's what I would like to see.
No,
big
that's
weight
not going
difference.
to happen. I would not want that. I would not want that for either of them.
Regardless, there's big things in store for him, right? Especially now, you know, best pound for pound fighter in the world. I mean, we just all saw what he did on Netflix.
Number one, yeah.
You know, that was
Beat
great.
Inoue and everything.
So and he's getting,
surpassed him.
and now he really has a fan base. I mean, yeah, he's always had somewhat of a fan base, but now he's a superstar. I mean, it's
He's
different.
been a superstar.
Well, then he should have got more
He's
than
a
50,
Netflix
he
superstar.
should have got more than $50 million versus
You were just saying that,
150.
it.
You know, no, I'm saying it should have been more equivalent. It's just he doesn't have the same following as, you know.
I'm sure he does now. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's a
I
superstar
saw him
now. It's changed
with
things.
one of the football teams. I was like, what is he? He's everywhere now. He's coming out doing everything now.
Yeah. So I just wish he was a little bit more vocal. He's still a little, I don't want to say shy, because he's a little bit more outgoing now. He's talking more.
Yeah.
But, you know, go back in the day, he didn't talk a lot. He wasn't a big talker, you know.
He focused on his craft.
Yeah, he focused on the craft, but sometimes that, you know, that helps. Like Floyd. Love seeing Floyd talking shit. Right?
But look at Canelo. He wasn't a big shit talker until recently.
Yeah, but he had an entire country behind him. That's different.
That's true. Yeah,
you know,
Mexico too.
Yeah, and he does shit. He does a little shit talking, but you know, not
Canelo.
Yeah.
But now he does.
Yeah, of
now that
course.
he got comfortable in English.
But
he
you
does.
don't see that. But you don't see that with Crawford. So you know, Muhammad Ali, biggest shit talker of all time.
You think?
Yeah.
More than Mayweather?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He was the first ever to come out and shit talk.
Okay.
You know, fighters weren't talking like the way he was talking.
Yeah.
You know, back then.
I'm not a fan of shit talking. I'm not. I'm big on show us what you got. And
Yeah.
Let your craft do the talking. And
Yeah, but it
that's
sells tickets. It's good for the sport.
That is
There's a
true.
lot of people that get really excited. It really, you know, Andre Ward, one of my favorite fighters, my favorite fighter of all time. Right? Just wasn't a shit talker.
right.
You know, and unfortunately that reflected on his purses. You know, he didn't have
Oh,
the
I
same.
see what you mean,
He didn't
yeah.
have the same following.
Yeah.
You know, and at one point he was the, you know, after the Super Six. I know you might not remember that, but
I don't even
you know,
think I was born back.
Yeah, no, you were born then. You were born then. I'm only going 10 years ago. But you know, he was a baddest guy on the planet, and he just didn't talk a lot, and he couldn't sell out the arenas. You know, a lot of people were like, "Who, Andre Ward? Who?" You know.
Well, that for me just shows that you're interested in boxing and boxing only, not about
Yeah.
the money, not about.
It doesn't hurt to talk a little.
fame.
It doesn't hurt to talk a little shit. You know.
See, this is why I couldn't do it. I'd be way too shy. I wouldn't even know where to start.
People want to see that stuff. The fans want to see that stuff. The fans want to see people get called out. The fans, there's a lot of fighters that I come across. They're just so shy. They don't want to talk about, hey, I'll do my fighting in the ring. It's like, no, dude, you got to get in front of the camera and tell people, call him out.
You go
get
do
in front
it.
of the camera,
You
call
go
him
do it,
out.
Andrew. You're so
I will.
passionate about shit talking. You go do it.
No, I'm just saying it's nice to see fighters that are vocal, and hopefully Crawford we'll see a little bit more, especially now that he's the most one of the most recognizable fighters on the planet today.
You know who's not vocal?
Who's that?
Thomas Taylor.
Thomas Taylor.
Haven't heard anything about him.
Yeah, is that crazy?
No social media, no interviews, nothing of that sort yet. He is one of probably the greatest referees that we've had.
Today, absolutely.
And I'm really excited. We have him coming up next in the next episode. I'm really excited to interview him and ask him all the hot questions.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. There's so many questions you want to ask, but those guys, guys like him, they have to be so neutral. So I understand. So I'm excited to hear some of the things that he's going to tell us.
I'm scared for the questions that you're going to ask. Uncensored over here, right? Drew Pris Uncensored.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm excited just the fact that he's doing an interview, with us.
Yeah.
That he's going to be here, talking about his craft. But wow, third man in the ring, probably one of the most recognizable faces.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
And
You don't want to miss that one.
Yeah. So we're excited about that.
That's coming up next in the next episode of Drew and Pris Uncensored.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, take care.
Whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah, yeah.